guys, so I wanted to do a follow-up video on the Banggood gel polishes and the Cristina gel polishes. Now I've had these for a year, actually a little bit over a year. I'll link below the original review video that I did of these when I hauled them. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Banggood polishes because I recently got a question. So they look like this. I got them on Banggood. I think they were like $4 or $5, if even that. So they were really reasonable. The colors were really pigmented. Some of them had kind of a strong smell, but for the most part they were pretty good. As far as like application, they didn't go on too thick and everything, so that was all good. But over time, the consistency's changed and the smell has gotten a little bit stronger. Also, one thing that I noticed, hopefully it'll show up on camera, you see in the little window there, this one particularly starting to separate. You can see the colors kind of separating, or it's starting to cure in the little window. I'm not sure which. This one, the color's actually still pretty good when you use it. You know, it's still pretty pliable, and it's not too thick. This light blue one, on the other hand, smells really, really strong. And it's hard to open, and the consistency of it's different. If you can see, it's all crusty on the sides. Now that might be my fault for not putting it away, but the texture itself is really thick, and right now opening it smells really strong. So I would say that these are probably, you know, I've had them for over a year now, and most gel polishes on the back, it'll tell you they're only good for a year. So I would say, you know, they're slightly unstable probably. Now, I did use these quite a bit, so I'm not going to say that I dislike them. So overall, do I still recommend them? I would say sure, but just be aware that they're a little bit unstable and you might run into the problem. I know some people, when they ordered them, the colors that showed up on the website didn't reflect what they got in the bottle. You know, so that just tells me that maybe they're not mixing them with 100% accuracy, and again, that goes back to maybe the integrity of the product isn't all that great. You know, it's a little bit unstable. They mess with the mixes a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not a chemist. All I can tell you is from experience, over time the smell does get stronger and they do get thicker. Other than that, I use them a lot. I still use them. Recently I just used this one here, and like I said, it is thicker in texture, but you know, it's still workable and you can still use it. Do I think I'll be able to keep them another 6 months? Probably not. I'll probably have to get rid of them soon. Okay, so the Cristina polishes. Now, I picked these up shortly after I picked up the Banggood polishes, and these are from eBay. I don't have the seller anymore that I purchased these from, but again, it's been about a year for these. So I will say that these held up a lot better. I didn't notice with any of the colors that I have that the texture has changed or that they've gotten really thick or gummy. They still look great and work great. No problems. Also, in the little window, I didn't notice any separating or that kind of curdled look that the other ones got. The one problem I did have with this particular brand was the base coat and top coat. So this is the base coat. They call it their foundation. And I literally had to get a pair of pliers. I don't know if it'll show up. You can see the marks here. I literally had to get a pair of pliers and like rip this open because it had sealed itself shut, and even now I'm having a hard time opening it. And you can see it kind of got all crusted and it turned yellow. I don't know if that comes across on screen. So inside it is liquidy and you could probably use it. So I don't know, again, that could be my fault. I probably didn't clean it around the edge, and it set over time. It was exposed to the light, I guess, and kind of sealed itself shut. So I would say that the product inside's still fine. I just had a heck of a time opening it, you know, so just be more careful when you put it away. You know, make sure you clean it up before you put it away. Now, on the other hand, the top coat, so when I opened this one recently, the bristles were completely gone and I had to pull it. So what happened is on the inside, it's actually cured itself a little bit. And you can see, I don't know, there's like chunks that are hard. So I'm guessing what happened is that it cured on the inside. Now I'm not quite sure how that happened because on this one the window's covered. And I've never put this by, you know, sunlight or in front of a UV lamp or anything like that. And the actual brush itself had cured into the gel, so when I pulled it out, it literally popped all of the bristles out and broke the brush. Now it is still a little bit goopy on the inside, but there are huge chunks of hardened gel. So I would say if you're going to use the Cristina line, just stick with the colors and don't bother with the foundation and the gel. You know, they did work great, don't get me wrong, or just make sure that you store it someplace super dark where no light can get to it at all. So I don't know if maybe these bottles aren't completely light tight, or if I just placed it somewhere that I didn't mean to, but I'm pretty careful with my gels. You can see right there, that's a chunk of gel that's hard. So I would say just use the colors with a different system. I use mine with my red carpet manicure system and my Sally Hansen, and it works fine. I'm going to end up throwing away the top coat and foundation for the Cristina set, but all the colors I'm keeping. And like I said, it's been a year and they've all held up fine. The texture and everything is great on them. You know, I have no problems. And like I said, there was no problems with any of the colors. They didn't cure or anything, and they still work great and look great. Would I recommend the Cristina line from what I have? I would say yeah, the colors are great. I would maybe skip the top coat and base coat is the only thing, and just use something else with that. So I hope this helped answer some of your guys' questions. I know I still get a lot of questions on the videos for these, and I didn't want to keep recommending them without letting you guys know the few things that I noticed. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal, but it may be a deal breaker for you. So I hope that helped you guys out, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and as always, thank you for watching.